Welcome back. This is still News Insights. And on this segment, we're talking about the hotel that was recovered by Zamfara Governor, which has been leased out for 14 years without payment. Honorable Eli, please let's hear from you.
Yeah, the Zamfara State Governor, kudos, he's trying. The question is this: how can a public property that is generating money every day, a hotel in Abuja, in the central area of Abuja, be used for 14 years without one naira being remitted to the state? Are we saying the other governors that came before even this one do not know what the state own, like saying offices, hotels, and these are state businesses? I think he has tried by seizing it for the state. He should go further by telling Nigerians, the people who leased it out, the people who the hotel was given to, and why they had not been paying
money.
And then they should calculate what, because in every lease, in every rent, there's an agreed amount. And as things are improving, there's also supposed to be increment in the contract, all right, the amount. So it should go beyond just seizing it back to the state, finding out the people that gave it out, the people that were giving, why they've not been paying, how much they are supposed to have paid if they were paying the past 14 years, and recover that money and develop the state. The state needs the money.
Okay. Yes. Engineer Kingsley.
Yes, I think Honorable Eli has touched the major fabrics. Dr. Dauda Lawal is doing exceptionally well. Let me tell you that Zamfara is probably the top performer in the increment of IGR generation across the whole state. You understand? So he has taken the bull by the horn to generate income for the state, and where there are leakages, he's trying to close them. But I need him to look inwards. How could 14 years just pass by?
I don't know.
And there are officers managing this facility, and they couldn't get income, and the person remained there. I do understand that there are people in Nigeria, they have a way of running to court in case there are cases, and they keep living in the facility or using such facilities without payment, But we don't know if there was anything like that. There was no information if there was any court case or disagreement or whatever. If there's nothing like that, how could you be a hotel? Hotel means you are generating money. If it's even residential, you might say, they lost their job, compassionate grant, since they felt it's government that owns it. Had it been his individual, you might say, the individual landlord could also be living off your income or from the rental income. But since it's government, there's this lackadaisical attitude towards paying money to government in Nigeria. But this is a hotel. In Abuja. Central area. They are generating money. That's too terrible. And if you look at this drive, it's not different from what Lawal has been achieving. Let me go through a few records, and maybe it could help you see what you see. I'm reading from, it's in Google actually. The state IGR grew, Zamfara state IGR grew by 240.44%. Okay? Look at it, please. Their income tax grew by 142.6% from 5.303 billion in 2022 to 12.18 billion. From 5.03. It shows you a governor that is serious. From 5.03 into 12.18. Licensing, like all these licensing they get from all other services, grew by 5,921.22%. The licensing fees, licensing income. When you see a governor that is serious, you will know. Which is growth from 22.7 million into 1.37 billion. This guy is ready at all faces. Look at their fines, over 1,924%. Sales also grew by 32%. Earnings grew by 542%. Other taxes 519%. If he drives all this income into production in Zamfara, hoping their security situation is attended to, I think Dr. Lawal will do a lot better in the next 8 years. I give him 8 years because I don't know how you are going to remove this kind of person that is working like this when you compare them with the people that have been there before.
Honorable Eli.
Yes, in addition to what he has just said, I think one of the problems why we have a lot of public office holders behaving the way they behave, like having a hotel being given out for 14 years, not receiving 1 naira for the state, is because the country at large is not even bothered about corruption in offices and so many things. Look at the past one-time president in France. You know, a president in a nation like France cannot just move around freely. He has to be checkmate, you know. That if you have such laws here,
holding government officers accountable,
you see, you will not be able to have a state hotel for 14 years. That is just one, and that is Zamfara. That is because the governor, like rightly appointed, have agreed. He came on board with program, with interest of the state at heart, knowing what he's coming to do. We still have so many states that may not even know what their state own and are being used by personal people, or probably because the people holding on to these things and their friends are all political godfathers. So I think
insider dealings.
The people of every state also should begin to wake up and find out. Like Kaduna have Doba Hotel.
Yeah.
Hamdallah Hotel. We have Doba and Hamdallah Hotel. I think owned by Kaduna State government. All right. I think one of them, one was owned by late Abuja, one is owned by the state government. People should begin to want to know what their state own, what they are benefiting from these things. And then, like that, subsequently, you find out that the leaders now will now wake up and say that if these people are interested in knowing what is theirs, then we should be able to make sure that we account for these things, for the growth of the state. And then people, other northern states, should look at the Zamfara State Governor Lawal, like you rightly said. You know, these things are easy. You can Google. You can find out what belongs to your state, what your state is generating, and how your state is managing your resources.
I think it's because people, like most people these days, are not really enlightened. They don't know what their state owns and what.
But with the actions of such governors now, people begin
to stimulate other
governments. You know, some people don't even know if their state have investment.
Exactly.
What should we even have some investment that will be generating funds for them apart from a So I think it's a very good step, by the state governor. Like I said again, he should go beyond just recovery. Okay, he has recovered. Kudos. Thank you very much, Mr. Governor. His Excellency. So you should now find out what happened. Who were the people that have been eating this money the past 14 years and bring them to book.
Engineer Kingsley,
just like Eli has said, you can't completely rule out insider dealing of some sort. You know, you can't rule it out. You know, but that said, I think Dr. Lawal should kind of commercialize this thing, get like franchise, Best Western, Marriott, all these known franchise to take over the place, you know, have a long-term agreement that goes beyond his tenure. It could be 30 years agreement. You know, there's nothing that stops him. Make it public, let everybody know about it. So even though a next governor comes.
And once he does that, people will know him that, they know him for a governor that has done good for the people.
Yes. So people will now know that, this so is what we generate from here. He's a top performing governor in terms of IGR generation growth, not necessarily the volume, absolute amount. We're talking about growth, okay? Of course, so that people don't think, Zamfara has the highest IGR. No, talking about growth percentage, okay? Because what you have that you improve on.
Exactly.
You can't go and take over Lagos IGR.
And it's just his first tenure. If we have governors like this, we will not have been where we are. Because anywhere there is development, insecurity will naturally die off.
Yeah, in some cases, yes.
In most cases.
Once this insecurity is not being politically pushed by bigger powers, okay? So naturally, unemployment leads to insecurity. But the kind of insecurity they have in Zamfara, did it start by unemployment? It's unlikely so. So he needs to have a broader consultation and network. Deal with insecurity in Zamfara.
So you already, I was going to ask, what's the way forward solutions for him? So he has already...
very beautiful suggestion for them. You see, the state may not be, fine. Inviting partners, right? Foreign partners that are, them, the only thing they do is entertainment, hotel business. It will even give, such people cannot get involved with running a hotel for a period of time and be siphoning the money.
It's not possible. Let me give you an example like what he's just saying. The other day we discussed about ghost workers.
Yes.
About 6,000 plus. Is it not in Jigawa?
Jigawa State.
I want to ask you a question. When was the last time you heard that private ventures, MTN, this and that has ghost workers?
It's not
It's
possible.
not even possible.
So we keep telling government be smaller in size. Let the private sector be more.
Involve in your activity.
You understand? Because today, if you do not come to work today, we would know that Belumi is not around. So you can't go because you have assignment, you have
Exactly.
work to do.
You have duties
In
that
private
are
sector, everybody has duty. I have a duty here to do. Eli has a duty to do. You have a duty to do. Nobody can ghost you. So we keep telling them, let the government be smaller. Go into PPP and let the private sector be operational arm. And we would all get better for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for viewing. This is still News Insights. We'll be right back.